I'm gonna be honest, when I heard that Pixar was doing an Inside Out series, I really didn't expect much. I really didn't. I figured it would just be something similar to Forky Asks a Question from 2019, with a few short little episodes just to keep the brand alive. But I guess I was wrong, because the total runtime adds up to be around a full-length movie. This is essentially a third Inside Out movie. If you liked Inside Out 2, I would highly recommend you watch this series, because it just expands on the movies in such a nice way. And this may be the last Inside Out media we get for a long time. The episodes feel very structured and follow one plot, so I would recommend you just sit and watch the whole thing in one sitting. It almost seems like that was their intention, for it to be watched as a movie. Also, real quick, I just started a brand new channel. It's pretty different from what I do on this channel, but I would really appreciate any support. Thanks. Anyway, the story focuses on a new set of characters. Paula Persimmon is a famous director in Riley's mind. She's responsible for directing some of Riley's most memorable dreams from her childhood, and we actually get to see some of those dreams. The show opens with a dream Riley had when she was a little girl. It was the dream that convinced her to give up her baby pacifier. It's this whole dramatic scene where she says her final goodbye to the pacifier just before it takes off into the distance. But now Riley's older and Paula's dreams just don't hit the same anymore for Riley. And I'll have you know that Dream Productions actually takes place years prior to Inside Out 2. So we get to see more of the Riley from the first Inside Out, which I found kinda cool. Riley has a middle school dance coming up and she's feeling a lot of stress about it. She doesn't know what she wants to wear, she doesn't know who she's going with. Her mind is just a mess and it causes her to have several restless nights. We actually get to see a lot more of her parents and her home life in this one, which I thought was really lacking in Inside Out 2. Riley's parents, in my opinion at least, were some of the most memorable characters from the original movie, and that home life aspect is what made it so special. So I'm glad to see that they tried to bring that back here to some extent. The rest of the emotions are back as well in this, all voiced by their original actors. Well, sort of. Fear and disgust are voiced by their Inside Out 2 actors. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kinda mad that they replaced Mindy Kaling as disgust, but I guess that's just something I'll have to get over. While Riley is struggling with figuring out what she's gonna do for the school dance, Paul is determined to make a new hit dream before she's out of a job. And the show plays out almost like a workplace comedy for the first couple episodes. I actually thought the new characters were pretty memorable. Paula's assistant director is named Zenny. He's voiced by the guy who played one of the Jerrys from Soul. She also has this dog named Melatonin. The show really gets better as it progresses. Towards the later half of the show, the stakes get more serious as Paula continues her failures and facing being replaced by a younger director. This show also brings the return of a character we haven't seen since the first Inside Out, the imaginary boyfriend. In fact, he steals the spotlight for a whole episode. She has multiple different ones now and they're all competing for her attention. They film a dream where Riley's forced to pick which one of the boys she wants to take to the dance. And I can't forget to mention that this episode gives us one of the most explicit references to a shared Pixar universe. All the boyfriends get together and start singing the songs from Four Town. If you remember, that was the band from the movie Turning Red a couple years back. In Inside Out 2, we see that she has a Four Town poster behind her bed, but this just takes it to a whole new level. There's also this new character that appears in her dreams named Teenage Riley. She's essentially an older, cooler version of Riley. Honestly, the best scenes were the ones where Riley was just having some really abstract dream and the audience just gets to sit in on it and watch the chaos unfolding inside her mind. And we get to see all these crazy scenarios that she dreams up. There were a lot of really great scenes, but my absolute favorite moment is from the last episode. Riley has a lucid dream where she realizes she's dreaming and sort of enters her own mind and interacts with the characters inside her own head. It's such a weird concept, but it's just so interesting to see. I do feel like they did miss a good opportunity though to have her interact with joy and the rest of her emotions. That would have been something so cool to see. They better make that happen in Inside Out 3. But either way, it's a cool scene. They have this whole dance party and then she forgets all about it when she wakes up. It's just a perfect way to end the show. Through Paula's dreams, she gets the confidence to go to the dance and have a good time. And that's how the story wraps up. Anyway, let me know if you plan on watching this show, and if you already did, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching, and bye.